And then you remember what Jesus does? He prepares, just like the night at the betrayal, he prepared a meal for them. Right now, he prepares nice fish meal, seafood, on the shore, waiting for Peter. And Peter sees Jesus from a distance. He runs to Jesus. Now, you know what Jesus does? Which sounds, at first, like a very cruel thing for someone to do. Jesus asked Peter, Peter, do you love me? You know, Peter says, yes, I do love you. And then, Jesus is not done yet, right? Jesus asked for the second time, Peter, do you love me? Peter says, yes, I love you. And then for the third time, Jesus said, do you love me, Peter? And then Peter says, yes, you know I love you. What do you think Jesus was trying to do? It wasn't like Jesus felt insecure about Peter's love for him, right? But it was more for the sake of Peter to be able to experience the restoration, being back, right? To being used by God, by Jesus as his instrument. It was Jesus' way of just helping him, right? To be restored back by hearing his own voice, right? Undoing or overcoming that just horrifying voice, right? Probably echo in his head over and over again. I don't know Jesus, right? Denying 3 times, and then Jesus has Peter repeatedly says, I love you, Jesus. How kind of him, how gracious of him. And Peter is not the only one who failed Jesus, and I don't have time to get into all the details, but you know that the disciples, they were not dream team. They were not very reliable or dependable. They were there for Jesus when Jesus needed them. They not all deserted Jesus, but they were not there for Jesus, to put it mildly, right? But Jesus comes back to them and says, hey, I have a mission for you. Now, whatever that I was doing, whatever I came to do, is not done yet. And guess what? I have a perfect group of people that I'm going to hand this over to. That's you. I don't know about you, but Peter, his experience of failing Jesus doesn't seem that far from mine. It's just, I'm not a celebrity disciple, so people don't know about my failures, but I know mine. But even to me, Jesus has come over and over again and said, hey, I'm not finished with you. You know, I've had many moments, not simply as a pastor, but even just as a follower of Christ, as a Christian. I've had those moments where I felt like I have failed so bad that I know that God forgives me. I know that God loves me, but I had serious doubt that God could ever use me. But every single time, he just came back and said, I'm not done with you. It's not that I heard an audible voice from heaven, okay? But through another believer, through another Christian brother in my life, God reminded me, I'm not done with you. The only people that I have at my disposal to carry on this most important work of drawing all people to me and have them and follow me and be part of my mission that I'm trying to accomplish. Jesus is, right, giving this baton. That's us. Have you ever heard that quote? If you haven't, I hope that it never leaves you, because that is so true. I found that to be so true. And you respond to the call to come and follow him, right? So everyone okay? Because he says, go therefore, right? What's the connection? Okay, Jesus, you have all the power. And behold, I have the power. Instrument of beautiful work that I'm seeking to do and I'm continuing to do. So my heart for us, every disciple here, no matter where you are in that line, if there's a line following Jesus, I don't know if you're at the back of the line, front of the line, middle, but I hope that you really understand what a gift this is. You know me, and I pray that you will make yourself available to Jesus and say, Jesus, I don't know how you're going to use me for us, okay? Because you're not going to go to your work and then start baptizing people, are you? You'll probably be fired. Unless you're working at a church like I do, then you'll be promoted, right? All right. So let's go over each one. So let's talk about going.